falling from the sky. Make a plan of defense. Other things of the abyss. Oh, welcome my friends, my cosmonaut pals and gals out there on YouTube and parts unknown. Hey, I'm Cosmic Brian and this is Cosmic Vinyl. We're back for another video. Hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. I haven't been here for a couple weeks, so yeah. Here's what we're listening to right here. It's called Sorcerer Digital Leather. It's this crazy, weird, punky synth stuff. It's far out, dudes. Jesus. Oh, welcome aboard, cosmonauts. Hey, check it out. Busted out the old Nightwing jacket. Haven't worn this bad boy for a while. I'm digging it. You guys know who Nightwing is, right? Nightwing, when he was younger, used to be Robin. Used to be Batman's first Robin, Dick Grayson. Then he grew up and became Nightwing. Got his own city to protect, Bloodhaven. You guys know about that? It's because I'm a nerd. Oh, look! I've also got the Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. You can't cross over DC and Marvel. What's going on? I'm such a nerd idiot. I hope you guys are ready. I got a few albums to show here. This is what we like to call around here finds video. And this one's going to be a little different. This is all mail call stuff. So a lot of it's VCLT. Some of it, a couple of them are something that I either got in the mail, that I maybe ordered online too. So yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. Got some good stuff to show, just a few records. And so yeah, oh, I want to do the big chug, but I didn't have any beers in the fridge, so I mixed up a little. I've been sipping on this Malibu rum. I believe it's pineapple colada or something. I don't remember. Little fruit punch. So we're gonna give this a whirl. I've been sipping on it all day, and it's pretty tasty. So you may be wondering, where the hell's this guy been, man? Why we haven't got any videos? Well, I will show you one thing that happened to me, and I'm gonna give you a forewarning. This is gonna be some graphic content. And maybe a little shocking, at least it sure was to me when it happened to me. So I'll show you the little video clip right here. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God, Kelly! Yeah. That was pretty intense, right? Jesus. I jumped up so quick because I thought if I laid there, I was going to be paralyzed because I thought I broke my friggin' back. I did bruise my left back ribs pretty good. Yeah, that scared the shit right out of me. That's no joke. I freaked, as you can see, ran in like a baby, like a little kid yelling for my wife. Jesus. And what did she do when she seen the video? She couldn't help but laugh a little bit. She goes, yeah, you bounce pretty good. God damn it. All right, let's do this big chug. Like I said, we're doing the Malibu rum instead of the beer today. Who knows how this is going to go. I'm not going to chug it. I may give it a couple tugs, though. So, yeah, you guys, this is to all you out there, man, in the vinyl community. Just be safe. You know, live long, live hard. I don't even know what that means. Anyway, let's just do it. We usually just like to hoist it up and toss it back. So here we go.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
Oh, that's tasty. I'm going to take one more snap off of it.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
Yeah. Woo, I hope that warms my innards a little bit. All right, let's get these mind shields off. I'll get my red specs on, and we'll hit this little stack of vinyl. Not like the usual major stack. After all, this is a far out find. All right, here we go. Ready? Be warned. Keep your mind shields on. Here we go. Make sure the old snot locker's not dripping. It looks good. Got everything in order here? Looking pretty decent. All right, let's rock and roll with some vinyl records, all right? I'm knocking shit over. It doesn't matter, right? And we talked about this. I think this might be I want to say this might be part of this project might be Jay Retard. Yeah, it was mastered by Jay Retard. I think he's on this too, but yeah, he's always got something good. Not anymore though, he passed, but rest in peace, Jay. All right, here we go. First record. This first one comes from a fellow VC member who I have two of his other albums already that he sent. This one is not one of his albums, but it's a band that I've been meaning to get into, and I just could never find their records, man. And so one day I was on my doorstep, and I was so surprised. I had no idea I had a record coming, and it was from Michael Christensen, and it's this Agitation Free, their sophomore album called Second, appropriately. Cover, man. It's like this dried up barren desert with one little green plant of hope as a rising of new life to come. Jesus. But this is fantastic. Take a look at the band there. Sorry about the glare. And there's the track list there. But yeah, this was, I think, released in 1973. I think it was on Vertigo Records. This is like an MIG reissue, maybe. I think that's what it says. But yeah, very cool. This is like prog psych / krautrock, and it's just so great. It's like it's all instrumental, but it's fabulous. And there's one song, the closing track on the album, does have some vocals on it. But yeah, this is like dual guitars. And it's just so skillful and so beautiful, most of it. And it's sort of like trance-like, very atmospheric, sort of, well, for lack of a better word, it's cosmic. Jesus, how appropriate. Yeah, this would be one that I would like put on and just kind of turn off all the lights, right? Leave on the lava and the glitter lamps and maybe a little strobe action. And just kind of go sit in my chair and just kind of melt away in the cosmic realm, just kind of drift into the cosmos. Maybe I'll do that after we're done here. Anyway, but yeah, man, this is fantastic. These guys can friggin' play too, man. I mean, they're masters of their craft. But yeah, so fluid. That's the one thing I dig about it. But yes, there is some weirdness as well on this record. You get some weird spacey sound effects, and you get like you're on board a UA. What do they call it? UAP now they're calling it. It used to be called UFO. Jesus. But yeah, man, I love it. And then when the guitars decide to kick in, you know, like really give it some gas. Yeah, they just sound incredible. It will make you soar to the heavens above. We could all use a little heaven in our lives, right? But yeah, man, some jazzy moments to this as well. Just such an apt LP to just sit and just kind of relax, chill, meditate, whatever. But man, I love this record. Fantastic, man. Agitation Free. Their first album is Malesh. That's another one I'm looking for. But yeah, fantastic. Little prog psych, little krautrock. And so this next album, these next three albums came to me from our friends of the channel out there in Tucson, Arizona, from Midtown Island Studio. Matt Rendon, who plays in the Resonars, and shit, why don't we just show some Resonars that he sent right here. This is called the Resonars Crummy Desert Sound. And I gotta tell you, this is anything but crummy. This thing sounds fantastic. Was released in 2012 on, I think it's Burger Records. There's a little Burger Records logo there. But look at this cover. I just love that, man. Look at the beauty of nature out in the desert there. It's so beautiful. And this picture on the back totally reminds me of when I stayed in Phoenix for a summer. I don't remember, back in maybe 86. I can't remember. I went out there to hang with a girl. And it reminds me, I don't know if that actually is Camelback Mountain outside of Phoenix, but there was a mountain outside of Phoenix that looked a lot like that. Oh, by the way, when I lived in Phoenix, I was a security guard, believe it or not. And if I can find the picture of me in my total security guard garb with my hat, my cop hat and stuff, I'll put it right here because I think you'll get a kick out of it. Jesus, can you imagine Cosmic Brian as a security guard in Phoenix, Arizona? Anyway, let's get back to the record. But yeah, this is like, it's kind of, I've shown some of the Resonar stuff before. It's kind of power pop, but it's kind of also got a 60s garage influence, or maybe even like a beat rock to it. It's just some heavy guitar chords. It comes at you fast and furious. The vocals are absolutely amazing. I don't know if it's like gang vocals or if it's maybe like multi-tracked vocals, but I love it. I love the sound. Cool guitar hooks, well-written songs, just groovy harmonies. I love this record, man, so much. And I gotta show you this because, oops, let me flip this around. This has some cool colored vinyl as well, and a really cool label too. But it's this baby blue with a little bit of marbling. But look at that, what is it, Burger Records? Kind of a cool label there too, man. Digging it. So thanks so much, Matt. I don't know if you know Matt Rendon, but he's in a few bands, including the Resonars, and I think he's in this next one too, man. You can follow Midtown Island Studios on Instagram too. I think it's just Midtown Island Studios. I think if I get it wrong, I'll put a graphic in the video here. But this is another band I think he's in called Freezing Hands, and this is their album Ghouls of 22nd Street. This was released, this is a fairly new record, released in 2025 on Dateland Records, and that's the cover there. Now, they don't have 8 guys in their band, it's 4 guys, and they're kind of, I don't know, maybe it's a dimensional, there's a line between dimensions there, they're in different dimensions, and the tiger, or whatever that is, or lion, is the dimensional portal that they what in the hell is this guy talking about, Purge? Jesus. But yeah, this is great. This is I don't know, it's, again, I'd like to call it power pop, maybe some kind of an into the alt rock realm as well, maybe a twinge of surf a little bit, some Americana. And the reason I say that there might be a little Americana is there's this song called The Meek and the Mild that kind of reminds me of like some classic Simon and Garfunkel. And that's not a slam, because I love Simon and Garfunkel. I have since I was a kid. But yeah, fantastic. I hear little birds in there, maybe, the birds. But yeah, great songwriting, some killer melodies. And I just love how the songs kind of flow together with such ease. I almost question if this isn't maybe a concept record. There's the track list. Is that a Swedish fish? Oh my God! Do you guys remember this toy as a kid? You have to be old as dirt like me, but I remember having a toy like this, and it was kind of dirty like that too. But it's like you turn it or wind it up, and then it plays like a music box, and then there's some like I don't know, animated like stuff going across the screen. At least I think that's how I remember it. But I am old if I remember that. But yeah, this is amazing. Here, and I got to show you this vinyl too, because this is also some colored vinyl. I hope you guys get the gist of it, because it's kind of this. Here, let me get this out of the way. It's kind of this aqua green. Can you guys see that? Oh yeah, it's kind of transparent. And then look at the lights shining through it. But yeah, it's this kind of aqua green. I love it. There's the like custom label there. Yeah, fantastic stuff, man. All this music that Matt sends from out there, I just love it, man. He's turned me on to so many great bands that have recorded out there. In fact, this next one is also recorded at the studio, and this is Valley Fever 2. Look, pretty cool looking bunch of guys there. For a 4-piece out there from Tucson. This was released, this is a pretty recent record too, released in 2024. It's kind of got this like 70s classic rock vibe with like some like blues based rock, and it's kind of jammy too, which I dig that. Great heavy guitar chords. Here's the visual I get about if I could see this band live. It'd be a great band to go see like at a bar, you know, like a smoky bar. Well, I don't think they are smoky anymore though, are they? But yeah, with a group of all your friends and multiple pitchers of beer and cold drinks, man, and just rocking out to some Valley Fever. That's the visual I get. There's the back picture there. Now, looking closely at this, it almost looks like they're playing in a band shell, kind of. We used to have this band shell back in my hometown in Fort Dodge, Iowa, where some bands would play there. And I'll show you a picture of, if I can find a picture of our Fort Dodge municipal band shell. Those things are starting to get a little bit rare, as they're hard to maintain. It costs a lot of money. But yeah, this is killer. Great guitar riffage, man. Friggin' tight grooves. Sometimes I get a little ZZ Top vibe off of this. But yeah, man, so good. And I did a little research on these guys because I've never heard of them before. And it sounds like they're able to pretty effectively balance like raising families and being in a rock and roll band. So yeah, and playing like nights and weekends. God, I'd love to see them play. But yeah, Valley Fever 2. So I actually got 6 albums, but I only showed 3 because I'm going to show the other 3 in another video. I also got an album from Jeff Witcher, which I'll show that one with these and the other 3 of these. But Matt, I so appreciate it, man. You guys have always been so gracious, sending records, and generous, man. I really appreciate it. And I love the music you guys said. I love getting gift of music, man. Every time I'm stoked when I see a record box show up, man. You guys are friggin' awesome. Now, these last 2 records you're probably going to think those are kind of throwaways. Why would you save those to the end? Usually you show the good stuff at the end, right? Well, these are good to me, man. couple of these albums here bring me some great joy in my soul and so many memories. And I was kind of going into that phasing into the funk realm too. So I'll show this. This is Wild Cherry. You guys know Wild Cherry. Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music right. I freaking love that, man. Here's the Wild Cherry logo right there. Track list. But yeah, man, that song, it's rock band turns funk. And I gotta tell you, even though that song is funky as hell, this whole album is da funk, man. Every single song on here is on the one, man. And I love it. I love this record. It brings back the old roller skating days back in my, when I was a kid. Freaking awesome, man. These guys, for a group of white guys, they can rock the funk. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Wild Cherry, baby. Freaking A. And then one more here. You guys might say, well, that's a disco record. And you might be correct somewhat. But I think this is kind of a disco funk record. And I appreciate this guy, man. I found this sealed copy of KC and the Sunshine Band, Black. I call it Black. Because it's this black album. There's a white one. And I think there's another black one with different color scheme. But yeah, this is great. This was a big album for Casey. That's the way I like it. Get Down Tonight, Boogie Shoes. I remember Get Down Tonight. Every time I hear that, I think of the... Did you ever see the movie Sid and Nancy about Sid Vicious and Nancy Spungen? I remember... Sid had gotten out of jail after supposedly he had stabbed Nancy, and he's wandering through this like junkyard to this pizza place in the middle of nowhere. And he runs into these black kids, right? These little black kids, and they got a boom box, and they're playing Get Down Tonight, and they're trying to get Sid to dance with him, and he finally starts dancing. It's hilarious, man. Maybe I'll even try and include a clip here if I can, but there's the track list right there. Yeah, sealed copy. I think I paid $12 for it. Man, it was worth it. I used to have this when I was younger. I used to have that Wild Cherry too, but I got rid of both of them. But yeah, man, so many memories attached to those records. I was born at such a time that I was able to experience so many eras and genres of music in real time. So when I was in young and in grade school, I would hear the 60s stuff on the radio. And even though it was kind of the early 70s when I started getting into music, and then you get into your 70s, you get your classic rock and your disco and that stuff. I remember going to school dances wearing like these high heel, these heels and kind of like flared leg pants and a silk shirt and the big afro. Jesus. But yeah, then, I got to experience like the 80s, like MTV era stuff, and then, the hair metal stuff. And that was in my prime, right? I was like in my early 20s, mid 20s. And then rolling over into the 90s, I was still young enough to go out and, rock out to some grunge and alternative rock. And man, I was born just in such a sweet spot to get all that and be able to be aware of like what I was listening to in real time and just enjoy it and live it to its fullest. That's what we do with music, So yeah, man, that's it, man. That's all my records. Might as well show you this KC label there. Pretty cool. But anyway, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I apologize. I'll try and stay on track. I also have to apologize. I just have not replied to the comments for like maybe the last 2 videos. Good God. I will get those caught up this week, I promise. And I really do apologize. I've just had a lot on my plate and, the fall. Jesus. and my nasal thing. But anyway, you guys stay cool, stay cosmic, stay safe. Keep, lift each other up, man. And I'll catch you next time. But right now, I'm gonna put on my superhero jacket. I'm gonna fly off to Bloodhaven to save the citizens from the crime syndicates. All right, see you guys later. Oh!